Greetings, demons, and welcome back to Collector Corps and another bargain hunting LEGO video. Because I went to a market as well as just across town to, check out the charity shops and stuff like that. So I ended up picking up a lot of stuff, a lot of really cool stuff as well. And yeah, so here we are with another episode in LEGO bargain hunting. Let's just get into what I got after this intro. So, starting off with the secondhand market, there were a lot of stalls selling various LEGO things, mostly minifigures, and that's kind of what I focused on more than anything. Mostly trying to find Star Wars stuff. Wasn't too successful with that, but got a few really nice little things. A lot of variety there. There was also this great stall that was just covered in custom and fake LEGO minifigures, so I picked up a few of those to add to my collection. And then when it came to the charity shops, I was able to get this nice little container as well. As, well, I didn't pick it up, but some minifigures and stuff that were a little bit expensive. Also got the Harry Potter Creator PC game, which is something I just didn't have, as well as like a Rock Band for 360, which I've been meaning to get for a while. Okay, so I think overall we could probably call this a much more successful bargain hunt, I suppose, compared to last time, because look at how much stuff I've got. Like, honestly, I'm so happy with everything that I've got here, and I'm not going to go in too much of a proper order. I'm going to get a few of the big things out of the way. So obviously you can see the Lego head storage box. Some of you may remember I mentioned that Lidl had these in the last episode, and I didn't bother picking one up. I went by Lidl again, and this time I ended up picking it up. I don't love the female head. And it's mostly because it's just it's not an expression, it's not a face that I have much like nostalgia for, much feeling towards. I'd much rather, when it comes to these heads, I'd rather get maybe the bearded face, the glasses, the sunglasses face, the one that's used for like, police and stuff. Or obviously the skull, the pumpkin, any of the like Halloween-y ones, they're all really cool to me. But yeah, for that price, for £10, I believe, anyway, I think it was well worth it. Honestly, I think it was a really good pickup, and it's going to make sorting some elements of my LEGO collection way easier, so I'm really looking forward to actually using that properly now. We might as well get the games out of the way, because these are a little bit less this channel, but worth covering anyway. So we have LEGO Creator Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So this is a PC game, of course. I did not know that this existed, so essentially, this is a creator game, which there's a lot of creator games. If you're not familiar with the creator series for PC, is that going to focus? There you go. There are a lot of these. I didn't realise that there were any actual branded ones other than... what's the other one? There's one other that I do think I already have that was branded, that was, actually a licensed theme. But, there's a Harry Potter one, apparently, which this was a game I didn't know existed, so I didn't have, obviously. And, for £5, maybe a little expensive, probably could have got it cheaper elsewhere, but having never seen it before, that seems like a pretty good price to me. And, another game for the LEGO collection. I also ended up picking up, mostly for my partner, because she loves the Rock Band and, what else, Guitar Hero, that sort of thing. Games, like a Rock Band for Xbox 360, a game that I just never picked up. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get some guitar controllers. I believe there's actually a LEGO version of one. I could be wrong about that, but I'm going to look into that in the future. But yeah, for £2, it's something that we can play together. I like LEGOifications of existing games, like LEGO Drive 2K, which came out recently, or in the last year, I suppose. It's just really, really good to me, so... Another game like that, very, very cool. And for £2, you can't really go wrong. I'm not going to pull it forward, but you can see the little island print base plate. I don't have any of the printed base plates, and I think you could vaguely see in the footage, the market stall that I got this from had a lot of different ones. It had some of the lake ones, or pond ones, or whatever you want to call it, where it's just got water as the print. Which I actually kind of wanted more, but both of the ones that they had were overly dirty, and you can kind of see a little bit of damage or like dirt on top right there. I think it's just like glue of some description, like some sort of adhesive that's come off, maybe from a sticker or something. But yeah, for the price I was able to pick those up, well, that up for singular, I thought it was worth it. Moving on to all the minifigures, I'm not going to go into too much detail of them, though I am going to pull them forward a little bit. There is a lot of cool stuff in my opinion, so yeah, we'll just go through them a little bit. So we have this guy who, these are from that first store from the market, and yeah, this one is a Clone Lieutenant, a Phase 1 Clone Lieutenant, I believe, torso, and a few other nice pieces. I do quite like this head. It's not one that I generally care about, but if this actually is real Lego, I quite like this print. It might be useful for something in City at some point, but yeah, that was a nice little pickup there. So we're not going to go into too much of an order. I did pick up this, I suppose, ARC Trooper. I'm not completely sure what character it's supposed to be. I had to look up just to see, is this a named character that exists? I do recognize these markings, but apparently I can't seem to find any Phase 2 clone, at the very least, that has anything close to this. So, if you can tell me in the comments below what character this is supposed to be, that would be really helpful. But yeah, a very nice custom clone trooper to add to the collection. And honestly, all the ones that I picked up, all these custom clones, are very nice quality. There were some pretty low quality figures in that stall, but I did end up picking up some really good ones, so I'm very happy with that. We've got a pretty generic City Police Officer, no hat. This was in the big tub that I'm going to get into in a second, but yeah, just a police officer, can't complain too much there. We've also got, so this is a Star Corps torso for Phase 2, like original Phase 2 from the Battle Pack. We've got Clone Wars Anakin's head underneath, which is kind of interesting to just see out in the open. And then just random parts, which aren't too interesting. I mostly got it from Star Wars bits. We have a custom, and by custom I mean just fake, version of the Toy Story alien. I don't, unfortunately, own any Toy Story aliens in Lego, so I just wanted to pick up one. Just seems as, these are pretty decent quality. They look pretty well printed. The print actually looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. But yeah, on camera it looks a bit meh. In person it looks pretty good, actually. So we also have a Galactic Marine, of course, from Episode 3 of Star Wars. They had two different versions of this. The other version has the blue eyes, which I just don't enjoy as much. But yeah, we have a waist cape, we have printed arms and everything. Very, very nice little figure. And I wasn't, for a while, interested in building up any Galactic Marines, but seeing them in person, I really do like this. I'm actually going to move the light a little bit to hopefully help with the colouring. But yeah, very, very nice figure. Very happy to add this to my collection. So we've got the official Alice in Wonderland Cheshire Cat from the Lego Disney minifigure series. A figure that I unfortunately never was able to pick up. Same with Alice, actually, and Mad Hatter. All figures that I hope to one day pick up, but a very fine addition to my collection, and for very cheap, I think £2, so less than it was originally for the minifigure packets. We got this, I guess, not X-Wing, well, I guess probably an X-Wing pilot, but could be a Snowspeeder pilot. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Luke or not. Obviously, the helmet is both not from this figure and also fake Lego, I do believe, but yeah, overall, not a bad pickup for another X-Wing pilot. I'll have to find another helmet for him. Speaking of pilots, though, we do have an A-Wing pilot, an original style A-Wing pilot. And yeah, other than the tank, this guy is completely correct, I believe. The helmet looks right to me. The head, I believe, is what they were using at the time. And yeah, just a very simple, classic Star Wars figure, which I was happy to pick up. So then we have this headless and Ninjago torso and legs. I believe it's a matching set for Jay, I believe. I don't know which version it is. I'm not a huge follower of Ninjago. I do quite like it, but it's not one that I know too much about in general. But yeah, a nice Ninjago torso there for a bit of customization in the future. We also got this beautiful yellow Spartan from the Halo series. I'm really doing a great job of dropping all these. But yeah, just a very, very nice custom. Very much liking the overlay on this one. The helmet is also excellent. And yeah, I was a bit spoiled for choice. They had a few different colour options, and I just went with yellow and purple. Thought it was a good one. And something that's a little less generic. You know, they had green and blue and red, all very classic Halo colours, but yeah, I thought I'd go with yellow and purple. Just stands out a little bit more, and yeah, definitely a nice addition to my collection. We have Benny missing his helmet. A figure I have way too many of, but yeah, still very nice. Do you have another Benny from the Lego Movie? We have the Mime with some Exoforce hair, which is nice to see. So obviously the Mime from the Lego Batman movie CMF, I believe. It might be Lego Batman 2 CMF, I'm not actually sure. But yeah, with the Exoforce hair, actually works really well. And in general, just a very nice figure. Nice hairpiece to actually get another of. I think I have this in both green and I want to say blue. I definitely have it in green because that was one that I had for a very long time. I think that was the only Exoforce set I ever bought that came in, but very cool to get one of those. We've got Emmett, I suppose. He's missing his hair. He's missing one hand. He does have this, what I can only assume, I don't recognize this as a actual Lego piece, so I'm assuming this might actually be a knockoff piece, but a drill anyway. It just was already on. Once again, both Benny and Emmett were in here in the big tub, which we'll go into in a minute. It's mostly fake Lego, so I'm not going to get into too much detail with it, but we also have from Life on Mars, one of these aliens. Don't know which one this one is, but really do like these figures. Obviously, they use the droid body and arms. I think technically they'll look a lot better. Not technically. They do just generally look a lot better if you swap these hands for the modern skeleton arms. Unfortunately, getting them in these sorts of colours, it's possible, but it's very expensive if you get it on Bricklink, or it's very difficult if you go buy the actual sets that include them. But yeah, still very, very cool figure. And I've already got one of these. Don't know which one it is. I don't know, it might even be the same one. But very cool little figures. I do really like them. And another one for the collection. We also got Scorch, Commando Scorch from, well, most recently the Bad Batch even, though I'm sure most of us remember him from Republic Commando, the video game, of course. Really, really nice printing on this guy. The fact he has a jetpack, I don't know, it's not quite how I remember him being necessarily, but it does make sense for Scorch. It does, you know, line up essentially with his character. But yeah, very happy to add. This is the first Commando I actually have for the Clone Army. Very happy to be getting him. And yeah, just another fine addition to my collection, as Grievous would say. In this tub as well, we got this fake Army Man, and we actually have some other parts. So we have a waist piece from one of those and a headpiece. Weirdly enough, they don't have a top of the head, so the helmet just kind of attaches to it. Whoops. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, but yeah, I didn't even get a complete figure, so this is probably going to go into, probably not into the bin, honestly. It might just go into the tub of miscellaneous fake Lego, but yeah, still nice that it was included, I suppose, in its way. And then finally, for regular figures, if I can get it off, we did get a, I guess, reproduction, because I don't think this is actually real Lego. I may be wrong there, actually. Yeah, no, it doesn't have the Lego logo on it, so it's definitely a reproduction. But, yeah, of E.T., something, once again, for the Star Wars collection. I know he's not a Star Wars character, but he appears in Episode 1. I do want to have a few of these, and I don't currently have any of the official ones, so getting one of these picked up, very nice to just add to the collection. Just very nice to have an E.T. the Extraterrestrial in the collection. And then, I guess we'll start with the small ones. We got a Flounder from The Little Mermaid, from part of the Mini Doll collection. Just a very, very nice little fish mold. Do quite like that one, even if Little Mermaid isn't one of my favourites necessarily. And then we also got the Friends Hedgehog, which is very, very cute, an animal that I just don't have yet. So, always happy to add a new animal to the collection. And, honestly, I got these two together for £1.50. I really just wanted Flounder, but the Hedgehog is a very nice inclusion. And then, before we just have a quick look at the tub here, we did get a raptor. This is a proper raptor from Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. And, yeah, very happy to pick up another dinosaur. I don't have too many of the modern dinosaurs. I have quite a few of the older ones. Talking about Dino Attack and, oh, what's the other one? The one that came out before we actually got an official Jurassic Park
line. But yeah, I don't have many of these new ones, so very happy to add one of these to the collection. And yeah, make a very fine addition to my future Jurassic Park, I'm sure, if that ever happens anyway. So last off, I'm not actually going to take that off because it's loose. We'll open up this little tub, and first off, the tub is broken. I knew that buying it, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to be using this for sorting Lego minifigure parts, which is going to be really useful. But yeah, I sorted it a little bit. We've got a variety of fake Lego parts. I believe they're all for a military line, which explains that fake Lego minifigure. But yeah, a lot of standard bricks, a lot of archways, a lot of custom pieces, plates, all kinds of things like that. So a lot of fun stuff to be messing around with if I ever want to play around with, you know, fake Lego pieces. But otherwise, that is really everything. So quite a lot of stuff picked up, and I don't think I spent that much. I think overall, I don't know the exact amount, but I believe it was less than £40, which, for the amount of stuff that I have in front of me and, you know, the quantity of actual, like, really good quality stuff, especially when that itself was £10, I believe the base plate was £10, this box of random bricks was £6, so just there is £26. We could actually probably total it up a little bit, so 28, 33, and then I think it was 12 for the fake Lego minifigures, so yeah, we're talking less than 50, so still pretty good overall, and I'm very happy with all my purchases here. There's actually a lot of stuff that I've been wanting, especially when it comes to the custom figures, the Clone Arc Commando, and the Arc Trooper, and the Clone Commando even, as well as, you know, things like the Life on Mars alien, just all things that I've been looking to getting for a very long time. I've actually been looking into specifically Arc Trooper customs for a decent while now, so very happy to finally get one of those. But yeah, in any case, that is really everything to go over.
And on that note, that is going to be everything for this episode of LEGO Bargain Hunting. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like it, subscribe for new content, and ring a bell so you never miss upload. Otherwise, comment below what you think of all my pickups this time around, any favourites, any standouts. And otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!